Water is one of the most essential nutrients for our health, yet many of us fail to drink enough on a daily basis. Proper hydration is important for energy levels, brain function, muscle performance, and overall well-being. When the body lacks sufficient water, it leads to a state called dehydration. Even mild dehydration can start to negatively impact both physical and mental health in a variety of ways. Unfortunately, the early signs of inadequate water intake are subtle and often get overlooked or dismissed. It's important to recognize the early markers that signal you are not drinking enough water. Paying attention to these signs can prompt you to increase water consumption before dehydration starts to significantly hinder health and performance. The U.S. National Academies of Sciences, Engineering, and Medicine determined that an adequate daily fluid intake is about 15.5 cups or 3.7 liters of fluids a day for men, about 11.5 cups or 2.7 liters of fluids a day for women. Hey guys, for enthralling content like this, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Let's get started. But what happens when you do not drink enough water? There are a few major signs that may assure you that you are lacking enough water in your body. Dry, sticky mouth and excessive thirst. When your mouth and tongue feel parched and sticky, it's a clear sign of dehydration. Surprisingly, some people overlook this symptom. Excessive thirst, on the other hand, is a red flag that your body has been lacking adequate hydration for a while. In either case, it's essential to replenish lost fluids with a drink. Chronic fatigue. Our blood and bodily fluids are primarily composed of water. When dehydration sets in, blood thickens, causing your heart to work harder to maintain oxygen and nutrient circulation. If you find yourself experiencing daily fatigue with no apparent cause, increasing your water intake might be the solution. Cholesterol imbalance. Dehydration prompts your body to boost cholesterol production as a defense mechanism, thickening cell walls and conserving fluid content. This can lead to elevated cholesterol levels in the blood, potentially disrupting the delicate balance. High or low blood pressure. Dehydration, by reducing overall blood volume, can lead to consistently low blood pressure. Over time, increased blood cholesterol levels resulting from chronic dehydration can contribute to arterial buildup and potentially dangerous plaque formation, elevating blood pressure. Dry eyes. Dehydration affects more than just your mouth and throat. It can also lead to dry, irritated eyes. A lack of body water causes your tear ducts to dry up, potentially causing harm to your eyes, especially if you wear contact lenses regularly. Impaired memory and concentration. Chronic dehydration reduces blood flow, depriving the brain of the oxygen and nutrients it requires for optimal function. Consequently, your memory and concentration may suffer. Frequent headaches. Reduced oxygen levels and increased blood pressure due to dehydration make you more susceptible to frequent headaches. If you notice a rise in their occurrence, increasing your daily water intake can help relieve the tension in your brain. Mood swings or irritability. Similar to how hunger can make people irritable, the body's need for water can also lead to anxiety and irritability. Chronic dehydration can disrupt hormonal balance, potentially causing persistent mood disorders like depression and anxiety. Constipation. Water promotes good digestion and regular bowel movements by keeping your stool soft and moving it easily through the digestive tract. Not drinking enough water can cause your body to pull water from stool to compensate for fluid loss, leading to harder and firmer stool that is more difficult to pass. If your bowel movements are irregular and infrequent, try drinking more water to loosen your stools and relieve constipation and bloating. Sugar cravings. Dehydration interferes with the body's ability to reach into glucose stores for energy and can trigger cravings for foods high in sugar and carbohydrates. Unusual and sudden cravings for sugary foods like chocolate, donuts, cookies, and candies may indicate that your body is in great need of water, not food. If you're experiencing sugar cravings or hunger pangs, even though you've recently eaten, try drinking more water to rehydrate your body and keep cravings at bay. Frequent illness. Water helps flush toxins, waste, and bacteria from the body to fight disease and infection, as well as strengthens your immune system so you become sick less frequently. If it seems as though you're always getting sick, you may need to start drinking more water to keep your body free of toxins and functioning at an optimal level. Since lack of water also causes fatigue, you may tend to be less physically active, another risk factor for weakened immunity. Dry skin that doesn't improve with lotion. Seasonal changes can affect our skin, but if your skin remains dry and chapped regardless of moisturizer application, it may be due to dehydration. Dehydrated skin lacks the necessary sebum or oil and can often be improved by increasing your water intake. Constant fatigue. Ensure you maintain a regular sleep routine to get enough rest each night. If you're still feeling constantly sluggish and tired despite proper sleep, dehydration may be a contributing factor. Fatigue can significantly impact your overall well-being and cognitive function, making it essential to stay adequately hydrated. Stomach pain or ulcers. The role of hydration. The stomach, a crucial organ in our digestive system, has a complex balance to maintain. One vital element in this balance is water. Inside our stomachs, a highly acidic environment exists to aid in the digestion of food. This acidity is primarily due to the presence of hydrochloric acid, a powerful digestive enzyme. To prevent this acid from damaging the stomach lining, nature has provided a protective barrier, the gastric mucosa. Chronic dehydration, which occurs when the body consistently lacks an adequate supply of water, disrupts this natural defense mechanism. When the stomach is inadequately hydrated, the gastric mucosa may become more vulnerable to the corrosive effects of stomach acid. This increased vulnerability can result in the development of ulcers, painful sores that form in the stomach lining. Additionally, individuals with chronic dehydration may experience persistent abdominal pain, which can be attributed to the compromised integrity of the stomach lining. Constipation or poor digestion. Proper digestion requires a steady supply of water in your digestive tract. Insufficient fluid intake can lead to reduced digestion, causing problems like constipation, gas, bloating, and even poorly digested food. Eczema outbreaks. Eczema, a skin condition characterized by dry, itchy, and inflamed patches of skin, can be influenced by a multitude of factors. Among these triggers, chronic dehydration stands out as a significant contributor for many individuals, often playing a prominent role in the onset of eczema outbreaks. When the body lacks sufficient hydration, the skin can suffer adverse effects. Skin cells require adequate moisture to maintain their protective barrier function and flexibility. This barrier helps to retain moisture within the skin and shields it from external irritants. However, chronic dehydration disrupts this delicate balance, leading to a loss of skin moisture and decreased elasticity. As the skin becomes increasingly dry and loses its natural moisture, it becomes vulnerable to external factors such as allergens, irritants, and environmental stressors. These factors can then trigger or exacerbate eczema symptoms, causing the skin to become itchy, red, and inflamed. Urinary tract infections. During the summer, patients may be at a higher risk of experiencing urinary tract infections or UTIs due to insufficient fluid intake, particularly amidst the intense heat waves we've been witnessing, explained Dr. Carmel, a urology specialist at UTSW, a hospital renowned for its urology care and ranked 11th in the nation by U.S. News and World Report. She emphasized that dehydration stands out as a prominent risk factor for UTIs. Dr. Carmel also dispelled common misconceptions about UTIs, noting that the assumption of a UTI based solely on painful urination can be misleading. Several other conditions can exhibit similar symptoms. A definitive diagnosis of a UTI necessitates a urine culture. Relying solely on a urinalysis or dipstick test is insufficient. Additionally, the belief that cranberry juice can effectively treat UTIs is a prevalent myth. While cranberry supplements may reduce infection risk to some extent, the juice itself is too diluted to have a meaningful impact. Frequent respiratory problems. Your entire respiratory system, from the nose to the bronchi, relies on mucus to maintain moisture and flexibility and to filter out foreign particles and pathogens. Inadequate hydration inhibits mucus production, compromising your respiratory system's ability to handle allergens, dust, pollen, and pathogens, potentially leading to respiratory problems. Our bodies have a built-in mechanism to signal when we need water, the sensation of thirst. However, when we ignore this signal, our bodies exhibit various signs that indicate dehydration. That's all for today. Thank you for taking the time to watch the video, and remember, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more.